welcome to episode 2, season 4, Talks with Dorks, your go-to geek podcast. Listen, this one, I'm going to tell you now, we had a full team last time, but there was someone missing, and seeing as he was coming back tonight, it was time we've talked some TDW. We need to catch up with what's going on with the TDW side of things, and we've got a lot to talk about because a lot is happening this week. And the man I was talking about coming back, who's not been here since the Christmas episode, which was the last one of last year, it's Laferde. What's happening, brother? Welcome back.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
It's not going to be a thing.
I just want to say, it feels really nice of you to invite me on, and I feel so honoured to be part of this.
And Kurt's here, obviously. Kurt,
hello.
To be honest, I'm so glad I introduced him first, because that now means every person that has been introduced onto this podcast has done that, pretty much. That's been my favourite thing. Like, when I've been showing people the first episode, I'm like, you've got to see our new intro and listen to this first bit. It is well funny. Damo, yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry, friends. As we discovered, as soon as he's had at least 4 glasses of J.E, he's fine.
Yep.
He actually seemed to treat this as a party. I don't really understand what's going on with him.
He did it at the show as well, to be fair. He was having a great time.
Oh, yeah. Any episode that Damo has been on, you can literally see as the episode progresses. I think we need to put chapters in the timeline on the video for just each stage of drunk/confident Damo gets as the episode goes on.
Oh, you should see him online afterwards. He's hilarious. Like, by the time he gets to the streaming part of his night, he is sloshed.
Could be like what's that film, Jump Street or whatever, when they're like stage 1 of the drugs kicking in. We could absolutely make an edit of that.
Yeah. Oh.
I say we, like I have any involvement in editing. But...
Yeah, Kurt, there's something else for you to have a look at. Yeah.
Let's do this.
He's been here less than a year and he's doing it all. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate you. But boys, it is a brand new year. We've done our opening episode. We've talked about all the movies, TV shows and everything that we want to see this year, what we're not looking forward to. I think we've got a lot of TDW stuff to talk about because, well, our next show is literally, at this point, a month and a half away? 6 weeks?
Yeah, about 6 weeks, yeah. Just over.
I mean, yeah. I mean, assuming this episode goes out when we're planning it to, it'll be, 5-6 weeks till showtime.
Oh, mate, this episode will be out by Friday. You don't understand. Because it took a little bit longer than it would this week, but last week, because I was just adjusting it for the new season with your new intro and everything. So, now I've got it. This will take me about 10 minutes to edit. It's great. It's so good. I've got everything ready to go. Just bang, 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 bang. There we go. Ready to edit. This will be out by Friday. I'll be able to get it out tomorrow if I wanted. I could literally do it tonight. I'm not going to.
I'm going out while we're still recording.
No, not with the way Kurt's uploads go.
My internet speed is not good.
Shit, you're on 24%.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Kurt's going to be here for a while after this. Yeah. So if you're not in a rush, Laferde, it's a lovely chat we have after every episode.
I wonder we started early. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
you understand?
Bit of insider reference, by the way, to anyone who's wondering what the hell we're talking about. On the recording software that we use, you can see everyone's upload speed. So it's recording in real time. Everyone records separately, which is lovely. Usually means that, your own, in some softwares, you're only as good as the weakest guy's connection, but everyone gets recorded separately here. And you can see monitoring what everyone's upload speed is at the moment. Ryan's sitting at 97%, Laferde 99%, and Muggins here 24%, which basically means that when we stop recording, it is going to be an extra hour until I can actually log off when my upload has finally finished.
And to add, which basically means...
Hourly rate.
No, wait, which basically also means Kurt can't afford proper internet. But okay, look, we're gonna mess about. I want to before we go into the wrestling talk. Has everyone been good? Was life okay?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting proper nostalgic at the moment. I was literally just talking to Laferde about this before we pressed record. Me and my wife are around to my in-laws at the weekend to help them do a bit of a clear out. They're lovely people, but they're also the sort of people who find it very hard to say goodbye to certain things. And it's only when something has to happen that they will finally have like a mass clear out. Long story short, whilst we were tidying up everything over the course of the weekend, I unearthed my old PS2 along with, I genuinely feel, well, let's put it this way, the games that I found, the sheer amount of old PS2 games that I found, just on the ones that I traded in today that I didn't plan on playing, I just made 85 quid today on trading value. And I've got about 10 sat behind me that I'm currently working through. So it's to my left at the moment. The second I'm done recording, or probably while I'm waiting for my upload to go later on, I'm going to have this booted up on my second monitor, just playing a bit of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. That's loving life right now.
So what's really good to hear, because we have got a wrestling show coming up, Kurt's got an extra 85 quid to the kitty. Yeah. That's 2 wrestlers getting paid for.
So it's like I could just see your brain going, okay, what can I put that deposit towards?
I was like, straight away, I was like, because I'm not gonna lie, obviously, as you know, like for me, life-wise, things have changed. I'm a 2-day-a-week DJ, which is, last week was the first week, so we recorded. Then usually we record Tuesday, Wednesday I'm at work DJing, editing the podcast. I had Wednesday night because I weren't working, Thursday night because I weren't working. I'm now half the money down a week, more than half the money down a week, because I've lost 3 gigs. I'm trying to do some more content creating. I'm everywhere doing that, and yeah, I can't remember the point I was getting at.
How are you spending Kurt's money?
Oh, how I'm spending Kurt's money. So yeah, like brain is ticking over of like, yeah, everything I need to sell right now. Like, what can I sell? And I was thinking about selling
your body.
I've got some speakers. Yeah, no. Well, £2.50 ain't going to go far towards the rest of the show, is it?
Long story short, patreon.com/TalkDork
Yeah, help us pay for the next wrestling show and book tickets as well. But no, look, I'm just in that sort of process of like, okay, I've got to figure this out. Like I said, I've made it clearly. Maybe I've got to get a normal job, but also because I'm like, I still do have money coming in. I'm not driving as much. I'm going to save like quite a bit of money on petrol and garages and stuff like that during the week. I'm trying to do more content and stuff like that. I did that stream with Jacob yesterday, which honestly was hilarious. We had 2.5 hours of, because it was 7 o'clock as well. It was a good time. Jacob would get involved, and we had people consistently. Mate, the gifts we were getting. This is what I'm saying. So this has made me think maybe I could do it, and I've just used Jacob to make some money as being a content creator, because we got sent them galaxies on TikTok. We got sent all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was making a joke. Like, Jacob, we could afford a Tesco's meal deal. Think like just from that 2.5 hour stream with these gifts that were sent, which was insane. I wasn't asking people like, please send them. I might have made the joke like, send us a lion, you know what I mean, messing around. But we made like 18 quid from this stream. It was like, so it can work out.
Sorry, whilst you were just saying that, my wife is clearly in the bedroom in the other room, overhearing how much money I made on the trading from those PS2 games, because she has literally just sent me a screenshot of Amazon of a £90 coat rack that would look very nice in our downstairs.
I got there first. I spent his money first. If you can hear me, I spent his money first. It's going on merchandise.
She's like, what can I get for £85?
That's so funny. Yeah. But so like they're saying, like trying this new little venture. Then I did another stream last night where I was playing Resident Evil 7, because of all the talk of Resident Evil last week. I wanted to play one, and I was like, you know what, I've not played 7 since I got it. And I did the first hour, which is like, you know, that first hour. Ooh. There's the crawl space, there's the jumping through the walls. No, you never played it, Laferde.
No, man, no, I ain't playing that shit.
No,
I think they did like you get like a trial of it, don't you? So you do get the first hour anyway.
Yeah, that's the bit I've basically done.
Yeah, that's.
You know what? It's going to be a lot of wrestling talk today, so I want to get this out of the way while we're on the subject for Resident Evil, because I think we're going to be pretty much all wrestling from this point onwards. You talk about the Resident Evil 7, that first hour especially being one of like the scariest parts of it, when you're just going through that crawl space and you don't know what's happening just yet, and it's all the tone setting. I think that first hour of Resident Evil 7, 100% masterclass as in suspense and horror and all of that. And especially when you see like the film crew, the found footage, and you're in charge of being the cameraman. But I wanna have a bit of a debate now, because I was having an argument with a friend about this recently, because we were talking horror games and what our definition of a good horror game is. Is a horror game for you scarier if you don't have a weapon and it's basically all you can do is run? Or is it scarier for you when there is some sort of combat and you actually have to do something and fight?
I'd say
Because
without
funny, if we were talking about Resident Evil 7, and he was saying exactly what you were saying, that the first hour is so scary, and I said, I actually argue that Resident Evil 7, for me, gets scarier the second they give you the gun. And he's like, what do you mean? Because, you know, you can fight back now. I'm like, yeah, but now I'm expected to actually do something. Now I have the jump scare and I panic, and then I have to try and collect myself and actually shoot the gun.
It's weird because, funny enough, when I got the gun last night, I was like, I actually literally remember saying, oh, finally, I've got a gun. Now I'm not going to be as scared. I've got a gun to use. But like you say, when you get the gun, then that's when you start fighting things.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm exactly that. Like, although, like, you know, I've got the suspense of that first hour, I actually find parts of the rest of the game scarier, because I'm like, oh shit, now I actually have to do something.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like without remembering everything, because it's been that long since I played it, I remember the whole game. Did I tell the story last week of my brother-in-law, of what me and my brother-in-law always played Resident Evil? I can't remember if I've told me and my brother-in-law, since they died, he's like 10 years older than me. I've always played Resident Evil since PS1, all of them together. Whether we play them together, whether one bought it, one swapped it, swapped it over late after the other one had done it. With 7, I bought it. I'd said to him, this one's meant to be like, because he's not a big fan of horrors, but he liked Resident Evil games. Because there was jump scares. There weren't as many jump scares until this one, I think, in the whole of Resident Evil.
Yeah, 7, I think, was like a proper, not, a lot of people said like return to horror, but I feel like it was like a return and then just kept going. Like,
so that I said to him, this one's going to be scary. And I know I've told you this bit where when I first got it, the first night I played it, it was a Friday night, I stayed at home, I played it. My mum took me to work in the morning and went, what was all that noise coming from your room? I kept hearing was, wee, yay. I was like, that was me screaming at the game. So I then played the game, obviously completed it, and I'd sent my brother-in-law a picture that someone posted on the internet of, it was a pair of like pants, an Xbox, and a picture of the Resident Evil game, saying this is what you need to play Resident Evil: spare pair of pants, the game, and the Xbox or whatever. And he was like, yeah, cool. And then I sent it to him. A week or two goes by, he messages me going, finally tonight, got a few beers in, got some food in, I'm going to give this game a go. He's like, finally going to give it a go. Okay, cool. Next morning, I get a text off him, pick that game up whenever you want, mate. I was like, fucking hell, did you complete it already? He went, nah. He goes, I played about an hour now. I turned it straight off. And he ain't played them since. So, yeah, that game, I think it's scary throughout. It's a different kind of scare, like you say, because you haven't got a weapon at the beginning, and it's Resident Evil. Something's going to jump out at you at some point. And like, obviously, what I remember now, like the very beginning, before you've actually done anything, before you've even got a gun, you've lost an arm.
Yeah.
You lose a hat. You're like, hang on. Oh, going into this game a bit disadvantaged.
First of many. I mean, if you've watched Resident Evil 7 and 8, like the running joke amongst it is it's the hand trauma games. Like, the second they go into first person view, it's like, oh, how do we show that this guy's getting injured? It's like everything happens to his hands. By the time it gets to the end of Resident Evil 8, it's gone past the point of being funny, right round to, wow, they somehow still have ideas for stuff that they haven't done to his hands yet.
He's literally lost a hand, yet still got one. I don't get it, but
I've got to say this. For me, in Resident Evil 8, so obviously sequel to 7, he loses a hand again to big tall sexy vampire lady, and there's like the medical fluid that you pour over yourself to heal your wounds, and obviously it always shows him pouring it over his hand because it's the only thing you can see in first person. He loses a hand, reattaches it to the stump, pours the medical fluid over it, and his hand works fine again. And better yet, the hand still has a bit of sleeve attached to it, and when he puts it back on, the sleeve heals around it as well. I was like, video games, love them.
Video, yeah.
See, but it's still the greatest game series ever, no matter what. I'm looking forward to the next one.
I'm buzzing for Requiem.
This wrestling episode's going, like, I can't believe how much wrestling. No, joking. But
that's why I want to get it done now, because it's going to be nothing but wrestling from this point onwards.
But the thing is, because obviously, the day this comes out will be the day that me and J.E were going SmackDown, so there's wrestling is like hot topic again. So it's like, right, cool, time to get back into wrestle mode, because it's been Christmas, it's been other things going on, so it's TDW time. Obviously, there is a lot to unpackage, because especially like before 2 days ago, there was certain stuff that wasn't gonna be part of this conversation we're having tonight, but we're going to have to address it and tell you what's going to happen going forward. It really freaked me out then, because I thought my headphones died, because Laferde muted himself because of that fan. I generally was talking, and I was like trying to figure out, without giving it away, that I was checking if my headphones died, and I looked down and see you'd muted.
Mute now.
No, you're still there, Laferde. Kurt's actually muted himself. Why are you doing this mid-episode? This ain't funny, boys.
I didn't actually think he'd do it, to be fair.
Oh, and I knew you didn't, because I could still hear you.
That's why I didn't do it.
Laferde, I'm not capable of independent thought. I will just go with peer pressure every single time.
Right, speaking of peer pressure, where are we starting with the wrestling? Do we address the elephant in the room?
No way to talk about Laferde.
Wow.
Welcome back, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, go on. Let's get the bad news out the way.
Yeah, it is. I think I am still processing it, because it was like, I was hoping
for us, it's literally like in the last 24 hours that all this has happened, really.
Yes, and as you know, I'll make clear, I had a feeling this might be something we'd be dealing with. Okay, so if you haven't seen our socials, I on Sunday got a message from our general managers of TDW, J.E WrestleTalk and Stone Cold Stalley, saying that unfortunately, just due to their schedules this year, etc., and stuff
their
going on in
circumstances,
life. They're not going to be able to commit to TDW this year, so they're going to have to step down as the general managers. Like I said, when I say I had a feeling, the reason I had a feeling was because, I hadn't been able to really get in touch with them about talking about it. So it was already kind of evident that they were too busy to talk about the TDW stuff. And if you pull back the curtain a little bit, some of you may know from the storyline wise that back in time, J.E was suspended. It was also reasoning behind that, without killing kayfabe too much, that J.E wasn't going to be able to be at Danger Zone, and it was looking like pretty confident that neither J.E and Stalley were going to be able to be at Slam by Me in June, which is our biggest show of the year, that we are hoping anyway, because it's where we crown the TDW champion. Hopefully by then we might have our tag belts, we'll be crowning tag belts, and we're aiming that to be our big show of the year. It would have been hard to do it without our GMs, because we wanted them there. Yeah. So if they're not going to be there for half the show,
and you'd have to get in a ring again, and Kurt would have to get in a ring again, Damo would have to get in a ring again, Damo would have to put his beer down to get in the ring.
I think he'll sit down and just watch it. To be honest, I think he'll just chill from the sidelines.
Just sit on the apron, just like, it's all right, guys, I'll do it from here.
Yeah, anyone want a shot? I can't even lie. I encouraged him like last time, because I knew obviously I weren't wrestling. As I ran past him, he went, "What do you want me to do anything? Get me a Jaeger bomb." I don't know why. I don't even drink. I was just like, I just need a Jaeger bomb. Right now I need a Jaeger bomb, just to get through to this moment. I don't know why, but yeah. So anyway, so J.E and Stalley have stepped down as GMs. Obviously, so. Again, we weren't going to have them. Stalley was meant to still be at February Danger Zone, but haven't been able to speak to him, because one thing about Stalley, I love that guy to bits. Nightmare to get in touch with. absolute nightmare. Even when he's live on socials, you can get him to say, "I'll message you back," and he still don't. That's just, but he's known for that, so it was hard to get hold of.
And with benefit of hindsight, I think, with everything that they've said in terms of personal life, professional life, all of that, and diaries being here, there, and everywhere anyway, suddenly makes a bit of sense why we weren't getting that
As much,
100% yay or nay confirmation.
Like I said, I had because even Jay, I've seen me and Jay, like leading up to both shows, we've had late night calls because he's working late, I'm working late. We've phoning each other. Like obviously Christmas happened, everything like that, but I found J.E was harder to get hold of, a little bit more harder to get hold of. Again, busy man. So like I said, in my back of my mind, I was like, I really hope this isn't the case. But I think I was preparing myself that maybe they are just too busy for this at the moment, because I knew they, in writing, I knew that they might not be able to be involved in the first 2 shows of the year. So they told us, they announced it themselves on their Discord, and with permission, I took the screenshots and shared them and let everybody know that they have stepped down. And gutted, very, very gutted, because the guys were great. We had so much fun with them through both shows. It's a shame that they're not going to be involved. And, they've made it, they've told their communities in the messages, please still come down and watch the shows. Please go see the shows, because they're a big part of it. So there is no bad blood in any of this. Love the guys. I've told them straight, if there's ever a reason, they can get involved again, maybe a cameo, surprise, something, anything, the door's always open. It's J.E and Stalley.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why we're having to pull the curtain away a little bit, because like I say, I'm not one of those guys who's like, it's still real to me, damn it. But I think I'll pull the kayfabe curtain a little bit today, because obviously we're fully aware the last time you saw J.E, at least, we were suspending him, and nib it in the bud right now. Them leaving has nothing to do with the suspension. It has nothing to do with any ill will or bad blood or anything like that. J.E was always going to be missing the next show, which is part of the reason why the suspension happened.
Yeah, and listen, if you really want to pull the curtain back, if anyone wants to know anything, he wasn't meant to get suspended until closer to the next show, but he wanted to get suspended on the day so we can go and watch the rest of the show and enjoy it. All right. So there is no bad blood. It was all it's storyline, and that's how things happen. This is a wrestling business, and again, I don't want to sort of fully bring all the curtains back and everything like that, because we're still telling storylines. But this is the unreal part, the TDW unreal part. Knowing that we love the guys, we hope the best for them, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and like I say, lads, we've said this, privately as well, but lads, in the most public forum we're able to, in whatever capacity, if your diaries work out, you go, do you know what? I'd love to get involved again. Open doors, open arms. 100%.
Absolutely. Laferde? Oh, hang on. Whatever Laferde says is his own opinion. Is his own opinion and all that. Yeah, because you try and be funny, and then some people take it seriously.
No, they're all right. I like them both. To be fair, right? Going into the first show, as someone who knew fuck all about wrestling, really, they were pretty all right guys to get on with. They already have the following and that, so they're just like normal, humble guys. So I've got nothing bad to say about them.
Exactly. So, like, the guys, we love you, but obviously the show must go on. That's where we're gonna have to move on. And
oh my god, we need a clip of that song playing as you say that.
Or Freddie just popping up. The show must go on. It's Kurt Heinz. I thought Kurt was pressing the mark button. Then this is where again, putting the curtain back on the podcast side of it, you could mark a bit where no, don't do it, right? Because I've made it easy. I don't need to add clips in.
Just marking the timeline. So right, okay, splice Freddie in there.
Yeah, no, we don't need all that. So the show must go on. Again, we had to quickly make the decision and go, okay, we've got a show coming in 6 weeks. We need to bring in a new GM, and we'll save the announcement to the very end of this, who it is. But look, again, you're always thinking, what if this scenario.
And like you said, like the writing was on the wall a little bit with J.E and Stalley already, so I know you'd already been thinking about the plan B in case this news had.
Not for me, I did it in Braille.
Oh, that's who we're going to pick. So yeah, like I thought of it. It was like, okay, what if we look at this? You know, again, they are a duo, and that was something. J.E and Stalley becomes a duo, and it's a pairing, and it was great. It was always like, what if, you know, because what if something happens and we don't have these guys? Would there be someone that would replace it? And at the end, when we announce who it is, at the end of this episode, you can wait for the announcement of who it is. I believe J.E and Stalley would be happy with this announcement and be like, yeah, if someone's going to step in and take over that role, great choice.
Passing the torch moment.
Yeah, I would have liked it, to be honest. And again, the boys are busy. I'd mentioned to them, if you guys want to make the announcement who it is, I'd let you do. But they ignore my messages. They do. They have done for the last year. No, but again, busy schedules. I knew they weren't going to be able to do it, so cool. Like, we'll do it here. We'll do it now. We were trying to get the person who it was to come on, but they've been out. They had to pop out tonight.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, let's put it this way. You'd had this name in the back of your mind ever since you had the initial inklings that, you know, J.E and Stalley might be having to step back. The second they actually officially told you, yep, we've made the tough decision, we're stepping away, you immediately messaged me and said, right, the lads have had to step away, kind of saw this coming. Here's who I'm thinking for the replacement. And I immediately went, absolutely, 100%, definitely, yes, no problem at all. And then, at the end of the second I'd said that, you messaged that person who immediately said, absolutely 100%, yes, I'm in.
Well, no, I was saying that I, you know, it was a bit of fun because, like I said, and this was again, I'm not, I don't ever want J.E and Stalley to think that I was ever thinking, oh, let's get rid of him, because I wasn't. But
no.
Business brain, the show moves on, you have to be prepared for this. Yeah, and ironically, this person, you know, this person, we were going to fit them in the show somewhere the next show. It was still, yes, we'd made a decision, but okay, probably that might not happen. Oh, bang, there we go. As soon as it was like, it clicked into place of like,
yeah,
let's ask that person. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even ask him. I text that person saying, I've got to go because I've got to ring that person now. Jacob asked them, our CEO. Jacob asked them.
It's got to come from the top.
It's got, yeah, if anyone's going to ask, it's going to be Jacob. And they're instantly on board. Again, very eager to get involved. And that's what we need because, you know, like I said, going to come into this. We've got 6 weeks. Yeah, you're going to do it. And I think this person, and we could have gone with 2 GMs again because trying to make a pairing, but let's see how this person does. Let's leave that bit there.
To be fair, right, I'll drop a clue for anyone that might have an idea. I went on this person's live about 2 days after Back in Time, and I hashtagged that person's name for GM.
You did?
So you're the reason why J.E and Stalley left.
I mean,
yeah, well done.
They saw the hashtag and went, right, what if the fucking board of directors wants us out?
This is the thing. It's because the TDW group, like, again, it's like this podcast. It's a ragtag group of people we've dragged from all corners of wrestling world and content creation and stuff like that just fit in. So you kind of like, it's instant. You go, if things were, where we just put this person if that wasn't the case, or that, oh, okay, yeah, that's, you know, we're family, we can easily move things around because that's what you have to do in the wrestling business.
Yeah, but and also half the wrestling business is your family.
Fair point. Have I told you that I've had 2 brothers?
Ryan's
to be honest,
as the GM at the end of the video.
I can. It's so funny. I've had so many people messaging me today about this. What's happened? Like, is there falling out? Like no. Like, getting the question: is it storyline? Is it? And the funny enough, Woody messaged me going, so this GM thing, is it a storyline? Is it real? It's like, no, it's real. Like they just can't do it anymore, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like,
involved.
Yeah, exactly.
It's two lines of inquiry. That firstly, they want to know, oh, is it a shoot or is it a work? And then once they find out it's real, they want to know, oh, is there actually any drama behind this? No, it's just one of those things.
There
I
is
like to have the feeling of thinking they know something that no one else does.
Yeah, but then saying that though, like, are we stupid here? Because controversy creates cash.
Yes
Right,
and
should,
no, but
should
also...
should we come in here like and got? Like, I should have texted J.E and Stalley saying, listen, whatever we say, it's all kayfabe, right? Got it like, fuck them guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, who they think now? We could have created some shit. We could have started. Maybe it would have made them go, we better go back. There's a fight brewing. There's money in this.
Hold on a minute. The minute I try to do something controversial, I get a telling off.
There's a different. We're talking about it as a discussion. You do things on your fucking own and don't tell no one.
In my defence, I tell the person that I do it to.
Do you know what? That brings us to a very good point that we need to talk about concerning Danger Zone. Danger Zone, you know, have we even mentioned it's happening February 28th? Basildon, Essex, Basildon Sport and Leisure Club, or as we call it, Basildon Square Garden, is happening that day, and we have got our tournament happening. We've got our Rumble happening. The winner of the tournament and the winner of the Rumble will then go to June at Slam by Me, face off for the TDW men's title. We've also got a match that was booked at Back in Time that I had to put in place because things got out of hand, and this is where we're talking about controversy and people getting involved where they shouldn't do. The grudge match to end all grudge matches, the Cosplay Nightmare and Johnny Royal versus Parky, Michael Parks, Parky Streams, and Preston Sage. I'm going to say this now, Laferde, and you know me, I don't like pulling rank. You're staying the fuck away from that match.
I don't need to. I've already put things in place.
But what do you mean?
Well, when I shared the story earlier, I had people messaging me about ideas and plans, so I've already got schemes underway. And you aren't even going to know what it is because they messaged me on my private Instagram, not the pod or anything like that.
See, this is where I don't know whether this is where the lines get blurred. I don't know whether he's winding me up.
That's because maybe you need glasses too.
No. No, actually, for reading I do, but I don't have any. Can't afford them. Patreon.com/TalkDorkPodcast or Ryan's GoFundMe, buy me some glasses and some new gaming content stuff. But anyway, Laferde, you concern me because I'm not joking. Like this match needs to put things to bed, right? I don't want this story to continue because like they used the fucking venue's Henry Hoover in their match. Yes, granted, the ref probably should have put a stop to that, but I was trying to just let them get it out. I still don't even know why Parky decided to hit me with a chair, really, and then blame me for it, for putting him on the floor. But anyway, you need to steer clear of this. I please just steer clear of this match. Okay, maybe.
Right, first of all, right. So you guys were on about Parky being a psychopath and whatever else before. That ain't my fault that this venue decided to leave a Hoover line around.
Right. Next point.
And as for hitting you with a chair, I had the one calling him a psychopath. You're the one calling him a psychopath, so maybe he thought you deserved it for telling everyone he's a psychopath.
Yeah, but you are the one playing Kev's music to wind him up and distract him when, you know,
it's a good
he was
song.
already...
I was feeling musical at that moment.
And also, any argument that you could try and throw in right now about, oh, you know, I was just having a laugh, or even if you want to try and say, oh, you know, I was making the save. At the moment you press play on that, he'd already put Johnny through the table. He'd already hit Ryan with the chair. He was in the middle of the ring, just gloating. And yeah, I'm not excusing anything that he'd done before that point, but the damage was done. He was probably about to leave the ring.
Okay.
Right, so we're on about controversy, yeah? And you're on about how he was gloating and he'd just done what he'd done. Did you see the look of terror in his face for that split second when he thought that he was actually there and going to come out?
I saw the look of terror in your fucking face when he brought you into the ring and this man had to get involved. Yeah. And then Ryan's now having to dust off the old Super Relic persona again and put hands on Talon because, you know, you got yourself dragged into the ring from winding up Talon.
Ryan right now, he's glowing knowing he's getting to do that again.
I don't. Again, I told you this before that match. I had my wrestling match at Never Say Die. Yes, Slam by Me. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it's because it's. The only reason I'm thinking that wasn't the end is because we're doing a show that's named after my favourite movie of all time. Maybe I'll step into the ring there somewhere, but that'll be on my terms this time. I will choose to be involved in the match, and that I don't want to be brought in because it's a grudge or anything. I'm a wrestler. I'm not going out there to kill people. I want to go out there and prove I can wrestle. That's what I've always done. Prove I can wrestle and beat someone. That's what I did. Okay, I didn't beat RJ. Jacob likes to remind me. He proper healed me on that stream last night. It was like, you got beat by DDT. And I was like, right now, if RJ was here, he'd be questioning your faith in a DDT, right? Because no one's ever kicked out of his DDT.
Exactly. You didn't just get beat by a DDT. You got beat. It's like you got beat by second only maybe to Jake Roberts' DDT. Like the man is the master of it.
Yeah.
And when Jake hit that thing, you believed it was over.
Yeah. No, it was.
Absolutely.
It was. Trust me, when my head hit that mat, I knew it was over. I knew I weren't kicking out. Every one of the 400 voices in my head went, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, and when I say believed it was over, 100% was over. When I say believed it was over, no one was watching Jake hit that DDT and going, "Come on, it's only a DDT." Why? It's like
Right. Anyway,
no, when Jake hit that thing, it was done. When RJ hits that thing, it's done.
Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is I don't want to be asserted into storylines or anything like that. I just want to do what I'm doing. I'm enjoying, as I've said, having a box of wrestling toys to play with, putting these shows together. I'm enjoying that. Don't want to be someone that's booking himself into matches. I just want to be involved in, and if I do wrestle, it'll be with reason to wrestle, proper reason, not storyline. So look, how about this? How about I'll give you another responsibility with this match, maybe the content creator the content creators will need someone that isn't one of us looking over it. Maybe the new GM will be in charge of this match because, give them big responsibility, deal with this storyline. They might have some interest in it. We'll talk about that when after the announcement's made, obviously. How about this? We have the tournament. We have the Battle Royals. Rumble. We're pretty certain it's going to be Rumble rules. Me and Kurt are going to do a draw for the contestants of both because we're going to meet up at KWA's training school. Thank you to the guys for letting us come down and do it. And we're going to record a draw and name the contestants for the tournament and the Rumble. How about you be in charge on the show of the Rumble? You deal with the music of the wrestlers coming out. You deal with what the participants in, you pick the numbers. How about that? You get to pick who comes out. You have responsibility of that match. I'm giving you a big responsibility to try and stop, remind you this is a business. It's all, I know you love your fun and games, but how about we do that? You put yourself in charge of that. Again, I said this, I kind of said this to Kurt, I don't want to be at the music desk for the whole show and do so. I want to be able to deal with, I want to be able to do promotion side of things, part of the show, so put you in charge of that. There you go.
Maybe.
Nothing to do with Parky, no interest in that, just to have a bit of a laugh. Because, again, let's just get this over with.
Okay. I mean,
let them get that over with, and then you want to wind up Parky down the line. Yeah, okay. If they want to, you want to wind him up down the line, just let them end whatever rival they've got. Let's put this to bed.
So basically,
if no other reason,
go on, Kurt.
No, I was going to say, for no other reason other than if I have to hear that man moan about management and injustices one more time. So, win, lose, or draw, we can at least say that those two had a match where there was zero involvement. I say those four, should I say. Obviously, it's Parky and Kev seems to be at the real heart of this, other than, Parky's many well-voiced issues with management.
But Preston and Johnny Royal have got their
They've got their
career-long
beef as
feud.
well from previous. Yep, and both have been involved in their own way. So this needs to end. But if nothing else, Parky at every single turn, he's had an issue with management from the podcast where he didn't know what he was doing. He hijacked the start of the first show because he didn't know what his role was in the show.
Second show as well.
And the second show, yeah. And so he hijacked, right out the gate he hijacked Never Say Die. He took a chair to 2 members of security. He almost took the chair to
Haven't
J.E.
come back.
Yep.
Haven't come back since.
Yep.
Might do now and then get us 85 quid.
And then again, on Back in Time, he hijacks the start of the show again. He sets up a chair on stage and just scouts out the entire first match. Him and Johnny end up brawling all the way round. The match with between Johnny and Parky got incorrectly reported by some as a street fight. It was not booked as a street fight. They just didn't get in the ring for about 10-15 minutes because it was all blowing over. Ryan had to get involved and be the referee. Even then, that did practically nothing to stop them. We had chair shots and tables and the like, and then all of this, and it just has to end. And despite all of that, Parky's been able to say every single term, "Oh, management have screwed me over in some way." He's already been put in the spin of the fact that the fact that you were involved in the match in the first place. He's already tried to argue the rock bottom that he received from you, which came after he took a chair to you. But
this is exactly. And he then I've seen I've seen his little post-credit scene on Back in Time where he's calling me out. Listen, I'm trying to say it, like, thinking about it. Don't want it to be, I actually love Parky. I love Parky to bits, and I don't want to get into it because I'm gonna lie. I don't have to kick his ass or him kick my ass. I don't want that to come again. If I want to do something, if I'm going to be involved in any way, I want it to be done right, not because it's been forced because other management have got involved. So anyway, we're dragging this out.
Wait, I've got an idea though first.
Oh God.
No, this is actually
as my son would say, oh, for fuck's sake.
So right, the whole point is that I don't get involved and let them get on with whatever. But that's
kind of the idea.
The things that these 4 people have done wrong, right? First of all, why are we letting them get away with the shit for so long anyway? Second of all, you want it dealing with properly, yeah? Why don't we put a stipulation in there? The losing team is fired.
But why? Why? So,
because honestly, right? So you think that Parky's a psychopath and these guys have all got issues with each other and all that, yeah? You think that's really going to be resolved by one wrestling match?
You can hope. One wrestling match where there's no interference, there's no chicanery, and if there is, then we can maybe talk about that potential eventuality. If it's still bubbling over and spoiling, if it's still bubbling over and spilling over after we've had an opportunity to say, right.
Because all I'm thinking is, right, I mean, I've done whatever I've done, blah, blah, blah. But these guys are behaving the way they're behaving, and all we're doing is giving them more time, more exposure, more time in the spotlight.
Do you know what?
Some sort of punishment for it. Because then they realise that they have got something to lose and they can't carry on like that.
I can't see where this has come from, but I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's... Look, things have got out of hand on both of our shows for different reasons. Again, GMs got involved in match causing things and GMs getting involved in booking themselves in matches. We've had Laferde getting involved in matches. Maybe we need to firm down on this. We are the board of directors. We've got a new GM coming in. The board of directors needs to calm down. Like, we need to. Do you know what? Like, we joke and we laugh and stuff like that. I think maybe he's right. Maybe we listen. we want to be a successful wrestling company. We need to think like a successful wrestling company. Future endeavors, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we need to start taking that more serious.
As a unified board as well.
As a unified board, the three of us, obviously, yes, the other guys in the team can have a say, but I think the three of us are, the ones most involved with TDW. We have the override saying, Kurt, you don't seem to be agreeing yet, but right now I'm in the middle of both of you. So if I've got a devil on one side,
agree on right now, but it's not a bad idea to consider.
Well, okay. I'm going to throw my 2 cents in saying that I'm not opposed to cracking down and saying, do you know what? You've had your chances, you're gone. Best of luck in your future endeavours and all that. All I'm saying is to do it as a, loser leaves kind of thing. Number one, more than anything, it's another thing that I think certain individuals will try and hold against us if we do it that way. What I am saying is, if it's not over and done with after that tag match, if even one toe goes out of line after that bell rings or even during that match itself, then that's it. That was your warning. Multiple warnings have been had.
So you're basically saying the same thing. So think of it on this. You're basically saying the same thing. If that bell ends, the feud isn't over, then we're gonna get rid of two. We're gonna get rid of two of them, basically, or we're gonna get rid of one of them. So to make a point. So why is that then not the stipulation? Why is that then not the stipulation then? Because part of me is starting to see a thing here. We want them to leave it all out there, don't we? We want this to be over. So yes. Why not give them a reason? Listen, I believe all four of them want to be a part of TDW. So they go fight for it. They go fight for the right to stay with us. And yeah, cool. Listen, we need to get rid of two of them. We've got people. Look, we've said this before we start recording. We've got messages of wrestlers wanting to be part of TDW. We can fill a space. We've got people, as we know. We've got some people, as we know, that we're going to be announcing for our bigger show coming. If anything, we've got too many people that want to be a part of this, which is great for only being our third show. So, look, again, deep down, Johnny Royal, loving the bits. Again, I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest with you, he's been someone I've been considering for June for me, purely because, I told you before, he was there at my first ever show promoted. That's where he wanted to. So that could be a good, the first guy he ever saw wrestling show. For me, that could be my retirement. Leaving against the guy that saw me at my first show ever promoted. That could have been. But I love him. But again, he was just as bad. He was using weapons as well, without no sanction. I love Kev. Kev, when he came on the podcast, if anything, Kev was trying to rile Parky up. Kev was trying to rile him up and cause him to snap. If anything, he probably didn't help Johnny Royal in that sense. I know they're friends, but didn't realize, without realizing, by winding him up more, that Parky went out there for blood when it should have just been like a stepping stone.
The more you say it, although Parky, went from 0 to 100 in terms of the emotion way too quickly, was throwing his toys out the pram on the podcast, hijacked the start, never say die, and took the chair to the two guys. Doesn't change the fact, now that you mention it, in the triple threat match that we had Parky referee at Never Say Die, when we decided to get, more specifically when J.E and Stalley decided to give him a role and have him referee, he was calling that match down the middle. He only didn't count the pin because Ian Frost laid him out, at which point Kev inserted himself into that match and counted the pin himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Parky got annoyed at that, Kev hit Parky with the crossroads.
This is what I mean. This is a deep-rooted story. This isn't your general heel versus face, because this is where the lines are blurred here, because
and
there's people that love Kev, the cosplay nightmare and what he does, but some people that love Parky so much that they disagree with it.
Again, I can't believe I'm going to bat for Parky here a little bit as well, because honestly, I was front row for that powerbomb through that table, and I have not felt my heart in my mouth more. Go on the TDW YouTube, you can see. Go on TDW YouTube, you can see that match, Parky versus Johnny, match if you can call it that, Parky versus Johnny. And yeah, at the end of it, when they bring out the table, I'm currently checking on you at the side of the ring where you've been laid out with the chair. The table got brought out directly next to me. It was set up less than 3 feet away from me. And I was watching this going, this is unsafe, this is not planned, this is not sanctioned, this is not... Why? How? What? Where? Why was the table under the ring, for starters? That's the question I really want to ask, because I didn't put it there. And, yeah, I mean, everything that Parky's done, I'm not about to excuse that. But I cannot believe I'm about to go to bat for Parky as well. There's also an argument here that, yeah, Parky came out and hijacked the start of the show again, set up the chair to watch the match, but had stayed in the chair. Johnny came out and started throwing hands.
Okay. So
the more I say this, the more I'm agreeing with you. Both parties are equally at fault here.
So,
and I'm genuinely almost about to say, screw it. Yeah, let's go with Laferde stipulation.
Get it, top booker.
I still don't want you anywhere near this match, but okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
If we make it as a clean ending like that, I will stay well away.
Right, okay. You promised me, because the third, like this, we've got to take this serious. And like I said, for me, if I want to show that I am not Super Relic, I'm Ryan, the CEO, I think we need to start showing that we're the CEOs and we're the board of directors of this. And I can't believe I'm saying it, to be honest. Right, Johnny Royal, Kev D, Parky, Preston. The team that loses that match will be fired and gone from TDW forever. Go out there, put this to bed. Whatever anger you've got, whatever issue you've got, let's leave it out there. And I'm sorry, boys, but if you lose, you're gone. Simple as. And
that.
Yeah, Laferde.
The borders.
Laferde it. You could have a catchphrase says he seconded it. You could have Laferde it.
Oh, I didn't even hear what he said. Sorry, Kurt.
Oh, that's your fan being so fucking loud.
Well, do you know what? I'm going to go one further as well. I'm going to go one further as well. And lads, I don't know if you agree with this. I'm inclined to say as well. Obviously, yeah, whichever team loses, gone. However, do not interpret that as an excuse to, do any kind of chicanery or, dodgy dealings or anything like that. Whatever team loses, we will honour that stipulation. However, we have eyes and we have cameras. And if any indication happens that the only reason the team lost is because of something that shouldn't have happened, we'll honour that stip. But I'm not afraid to fire 2 teams.
No. Okay, yeah. Right, okay. So, listen, I said it straight. I love all 4 of yous in different ways. But understand this isn't personal. This is business. See what I did there, Parky? This is business. Of course you didn't. Right? This is gonna end one way or another. And look, may the best team win, and that's what we want. The best team. Okay? Whoever loses, as a great company once said, we wish you best on all your future endeavours.
But don't forget to buy your tickets to Slam by Me.
Yeah. No. Don't. If they're banned from our buildings, whoever leaves are banned from our buildings. All right, they can send their friends down, buy tickets. They ain't coming. It's gone. It's done. Because I feel like there's too much. It's all too much chicanery. Too much. Yes, we are a fun company. We want to build our Discord, which I'll talk about at the end. we want to do all this kind of stuff and make it a family thing and have fun and have a laugh and all that, we've also got to take it serious. We want to make money. We want to make bucks. Controversy creates cash. All that. We want to be forced to be reckoned with in the wrestling world. TDW, the name that people talk about.
Yeah, and in the same breath, to echo something that we said at the last show, yeah, I'm all for a bit of controversy. I'm all for, letting the reins loose and letting a bit of chaos happen once in a blue moon, but not at the expense of the inmates running the asylum.
There we go.
Clues in the name. It's called Talk Dork Wrestling. We are Talks with Dorks. We are in charge. And we don't want to make it all about us. Like, Ideal World, we're not in front of that camera, apart from me with the mic introducing people. Yeah. But
we want to play with our toys, and we want to come up with great ideas for our toys to play with and put them in front of you guys for you to play out and see it. It's like a live stream in real life, basically. That's what we want you to see, our action figure federation that we put together, and we want to make it fun for all ages, all fun. Because again, we're going to make complaints from families because of what was getting out of hand with that match. That wasn't exactly kid friendly. Okay, that's that bit. Also, we've got that. We've got now. Hang on, how many matches is that for Danger Zone? We're talking about. That's 3 matches because of the tournament. 1 match because of the battle, the Rumble. We've got the tag team match. That's 5 matches. There's 1 more match that will be happening. Obviously, and a great time to bring up, Kurt posted our very first ever and currently only female match we've had at TDW, which was Dominator versus Mia Cortez. Absolute great match. Literally caused the ring to break. Was that strong and powerful.
We've said this before, yeah. Anyone who says that women's wrestling is, the toilet break match or weaker than the men's match, they broke the ring.
They broke the ring. Yeah. So
they hit each other so hard they broke part of our ring. And as Ryan was getting to, that match from Never Say Die from our first show, our one and only women's match so far, is currently on the TDW YouTube channel, youtube.com/TalkDorkWrestling. And you can see that in full. See if you can spot the exact moment that the ring broke. But yeah, don't want to steal your thunder there, Ryan. So by all means, carry on. But yeah,
you put the match up now on YouTube first, and it's it's done wonders. It's like it is the most watched bit of content on potentially like full length content on both the TDW page and the podcast page ever. It's got over 1,000 views. Our subscribers have gone up, so it shows that women's wrestling isn't the toilet break because people are sticking around and watching that one more than they're watching anything else on the page. So
100%. And also, just before we move on to the segue here, can I just say genuinely from bottom of my heart, thank you so much to everybody who's watched that, shared that, subscribed to the TDW YouTube channel. I've been like a kid on Christmas, just watching those numbers over the course of the last week.
Kurt's having his first experience of a video going viral, and it's been fun to watch. He's like, oh my God, it got this many views. I'm like, dude, this is my life. Like when you imagine last year, again, not glowing, but when I had them videos going through, it becomes obsessed. You constantly want to see the numbers, don't you? You get excited about everything. Oh, 1 more subscriber. Oh, and more views. It's addictive.
It's on a couple of levels. Like there's that excitement anyway. Also, there's a little bit of the selfishness that it's something that I had a hand in that's doing this well. People want to see this thing that I made, and made it as in I did the editing, I managed the YouTube channel. Like the girls put the good match on. Like if it was a crap match, then no one would be clicking on it. But they tore the house down and the ring. And so all credit where it's due to them, but there's still that little bit of that selfish giddiness that you get from that. But more than anything, like we say all the time, and that we genuinely mean it. It's not just hollow words. That Talks with Dorks, Talk Dork Wrestling, that it's the dork community and the dork family that we're trying to make a thing, and there's just the conversations that get had on WhatsApp alone between us and some of the talent and some of the people who've been to our shows and this, that, and the other. Rye alluded to a Discord a second ago, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit. And just, it's not just, 1 more subscriber or, this video's doing well. It's the fact that, these are people who, the subscribers especially, I think, is just, these are people who don't just like what we do, but like they actually want to join that community.
Yeah, they want to get involved.
And you are so welcome here, and we are so thankful for you. So yeah, I mean, to everyone who has led to, you know, not just that video doing well, but for everyone who's quite frankly just given us the time of day, thank you.
Yeah, and we're going to give you more and more and more. Trust me, we've always got plans going. We don't always put them to fruition as quick as we'd like, but it's coming. There's more of us, as you've seen. There's a lot more of a team consistent around us. Like, we could have probably had Ash and Damo tonight, but we said we're going to talk a lot of wrestling, and they both went, "No, you're right." Which is funny when you think about it with Ash, to be honest. But I get it. He's not a big fan of talking wrestling as much as I will talk about his career and all that stuff and go into everything. But so anyway, with the female match, you know, obviously we were introduced to another female wrestler at the last show. You know, again, did some questionable things, but have seen her work and believe that she should have a match for us. And yes, as much as we'd love to bring Dominica and Mia back, we will. I'm going to be reaching out to them for June. Thought it'd be a nice idea to showcase two other women that can do amazing stuff in the ring in the UK scene. We have the one and only partner to Sir Ryan Matthews, Leia Elise. Yes, the badass of British wrestling, I believe she goes by the moniker of.
And moniker well deserved.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Honestly, I'd have led with that. I think, you know, at the risk of doing her a disservice, like, I do not want your first words you hear about this woman to be, "Oh, she's Ryan Matthews' other half." Like,
yeah,
no, this woman, that, you know, this woman has earned that moniker of the badass of. Yeah,
I wasn't underselling her. I was obviously, because in a TDW capacity, if people don't know of her from the British scene, they would know her that she was managing and partner with Ryan Matthews. But yes, trust us, if you haven't seen her work, go check it out. If not, you want to see it, it's going to be happening February 28th, which comes to an opponent for their release. We've reached out to a couple of people that haven't managed to get back to us yet, but we are on the lookout. So if you know of any female wrestlers you think could take on a badass like Leia Elise, give us a message, give us a comment, give us a shout, because we're looking for someone and we are going to put this girl to work. And then I think, yeah, down the line, I mean, the badass of British wrestling also sharing the ring some way down the line with Dominica could be an interesting thing. Mia Cortez getting a revenge on Dominica, or Mia Cortez coming back to prove herself against the badass of British wrestling. And then there's all, and whoever this other new girl could be. We're going to be building a women's division as well. So keep an eye on this.
Yeah, we do not want to be that promotion where it's like, oh, you know, here's the novelty women's match. No. Again, if Mia and Dominica have proved anything, both from their performance at the show, from everything they've done prior, and also, from the way that their video is now the most viewed video by a country mile on the TDW YouTube channel, is we want to build a proper women's division. Leia Elise is going to be a big part of that. And that
video doing so well, it's making me think, should we scrap off all these geezers and make that the women's title? Just get like a women's thing, because like if they're the ones that are like going to get all the views in and bring all the subscribers, and we'll just
be the new Stardom.
Because I mean they put on such a blinded match. It's like, we go for that. I was going to point this out while we're speaking about the women's match, and just so you know, Laferde, this is nothing to do like with same reasons as to why you're not involved with the parking and everything. But can you also stay away from the women's match?
Wow.
I was trying to catch Kurt as he was drinking. Stay clear of it, please.
That wasn't even a bit. I genuinely inhaled that.
Yeah, there was a mention of you walking into the women's locker room accidentally because of your sight last time, and never say die. That's why we didn't have a women's match at the second one, just to keep an eye on things.
Not my fault they said gender neutral changing rooms. Should have had it in Braille on the door.
So the best thing about this bit is I can tell you don't know how to segue out of this now, Ryan.
Oh, me, I do, because I'm not going to lie, I've just had a message, and, you know, this is, I should be talking about this on the pod, but one of the other people we were waiting to hear from just let me know, out of the two we were waiting for, just so you know.
Cool. Speaking of people letting you know, and again, say if you are someone or you know someone who thinks they could hang with the badass of British wrestling, yeah, hit us up. Yeah, again, at TalkDork Podcast on pretty much every social, or comment on the video and link us over to them. But what I can say is, you got some competition. Like I said, we've already got a few people that we've reached out to, and also Leia Elise herself has reached out to us and said, "I've got someone in mind," and I'm inclined to see where she's going with this, because
that scares me with someone like that. Like, I just want to bring this person down to hurt them, Yeah. Okay, so we'll deal with that. But okay, so I mean, as far as I'm aware, Kurt, that is pretty much, other than the announcement we'll leave at the end.
Yeah. So yeah,
that is everything TDW news wise.
Yeah. So yeah, at Danger Zone, Parky, Preston, Kev, and Johnny, that grudge is going to come to the end one way or another. Tag team action, no outside involvement from anybody other than the referee, who's going to count the three. It's going to be called down the line, and yes, loser leaves TDW. We also have that huge women's match with Leia Elise and TBC. Looking forward to seeing who that might be.
I've never heard of TBC. Who's she?
And yes, we then have our tournament. Myself and Ryan, this week, as we record this, are going to be hopefully popping down to KWA to record the draw of the names, so we will know who is in the tournament and who is in our Rumble. Either way, the winners of both will then clash at our June show Slam by Me to crown our first TDW men's champion.
That's right. Okay, so that's everything pretty much set up for TDW. Don't forget, ticket link will be down below. There's still the promotion running at the moment using the code Iceman20. You get 20% off your tickets. Get them booked now because they're selling fast, they're selling quick, and you can get your t-shirt. You can pre-order your t-shirts now. Ooh. No. That bit can come another time. Let's just say,
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, merchandise is going to be a thing very soon. Like, spend your money with us.
Yeah.
We don't want charity, but buy our stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of the merch, by the way, without giving the game away too much here, there will be more merch coming. There'll be more opportunity to get merch rather than just at the shows. And we've got some good stuff coming. I'm very proud of some of the stuff that we've made and some of the designs that are going to be coming out. I've got my soft spots for certain ones as well. But yeah, talking about ideas, funny enough, I mean, yeah, what I will say is that if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, firstly, thank you. That really helps us out, really supports us. Every penny counts and all of that. And also you can see all of our wrestling events, plus all the behind the scenes and extra stuff that we make all in one place. But also, I'll put this out there to our patrons. If you subscribe to the Patreon, let us know any ideas you might have for merch you would like to see, content you would like to see, and we will take every single one of them under consideration. Do you like the hat? It's a prototype. I'm very happy to see if we can get more of them if you do.
I want you to get at least one more, thank you.
I know you do.
Been hinting since you got it. You know what I mean? As your jumper that I didn't get you made, but I gave it to you.
It's very comfy.
I couldn't give that to anyone. I've got a black one here still.
Yeah,
do you know what?
That
was funny.
I would have preferred the black one, but I've really grown on this pink one. I think it's kind of me.
Yeah, to be honest, good, because the black one I've worn it at least 3 times. I did a TikTok in it by accident, and then had to text Woody going, "I'm really sorry, but I'm wearing your jumper." I had nothing else in my car, and I just grabbed it. I was like, "Looks all right, to be fair." But yeah, Laferde, it took me about a month to realise I gave you their t-shirts and didn't give you Woody's jumper at the time. I can't think about why it was in the back of my car that whole time. But anyway, right, so that's all of that. Discord, yes. So I'm gonna start putting the link below for our Discord. We've got a Discord. We're trying to grow a community. You know, obviously some great wrestling communities out there. Again, Stalley, J.E, Parky. I think Max has got one. I'm part of a 5-1. Hey, if you're getting down, yeah, mate. You wait till Danger Zone. I'm singing 5 before the show. I'm telling you. I'm singing 5. I'm going to get on that. What are you going to do? I'm the boss. Stop me.
That was actually, at the risk of going on another segue, that was an unexpected highlight of our last show. And people actually turned around to me and said, that should just be like the interval entertainment is wrestling themed karaoke. at the end of the show, as we were just tearing everything down, the DJ decks were still set up, as was the TV screen for the entrance trons. And yeah, those of us who didn't have anything to do and were just waiting for everyone to be done just started getting wrestling themes up on the karaoke and singing along. And it was actually one of the managers of the venue turned around to us and said, "You should just do that as the halftime entertainment, just like give people the mic and let them sing wrestling karaoke."
You know me, if I could have it my way, we would because the night we're doing Danger Zone is Elimination Chamber. I don't know if the venue will let us stay there till 4 o'clock in the morning, but if we can sort something, we will sort it, right? I've also got, I'm a DJ, I know venues. Wink, wink, here we go. Might be a trek from Basildon, but we'll figure it out. But Discord, go join the Discord. We're going to get more going on there. I'm just trying to learn how to use it, and I promise. Do either of you know how to use it?
No, I've got it, but I don't know how to use it.
All right, cool. It's all on Damo. I've turned on notifications. It turns out how to keep up messages, that helps. But then also, I remembered why I turned off the notifications in the first place. The first time I ever had it, because they don't stop. Absolutely do not stop. So go join the Discord. Don't forget, as always, if you're a car grader, get your cars graded at treefroggrading.com. Use the code TWD15 and you will get 15% off. And as always, any deals they've already got going on, the code should also take more of a discount off that. So save yourself loads of money, get your cards graded. Why not? Pokemon cards, wrestling cards, any cards you got. EU dares, gets cards graded. Laferde. So, New year. All right, cool. JC's got a brand new shop. He's got a shop of...
He did not expect me to shut him down that quickly.
I did. I did. I generally did. I knew you were I knew you weren't going to know nothing. Our friend JC has his own clothing range. Graffiti Washed. The code is TalksWithDorks30. Get yourself 30% off any item of clothing. It's cool. It's funky. It can be controversial. I've told you that before. Go do it. But here's someone that does know what he's talking about. Kurt, you spoke about the Patreon quite a bit this episode. Don't do a big rundown. Just tell them what it is.
Absolutely. It's patreon.com/TalkDork Podcast for all of our stuff on Patreon. That's behind the scenes stuff, extra stuff, exclusive podcast episodes. But perhaps most importantly for me, we're repping the merch, is TDW. All of our shows, all the recordings with commentary, with backstage promos and everything in between is all up there. And yeah, every subscriber to Patreon really helps out, helps us put on bigger and better shows and all of that as well. And yeah, do all these amazing plans we're hoping to do throughout 2026. And speaking of plans, we started doing the social rundown and we didn't do the announcement that we've been teasing all the way through the episode.
It's because it's going to be the end of the episode.
Good.
It's one of the boss keys. Come on. Right, come on. Look at the first
We're also
face.
proud members of the ADHD. We're also proud members of the ADHD club. I did have to confirm that you'd not forgotten.
Yeah. Also, Laferde. I don't know whether Laferde's frozen because his face has not changed for like 10 minutes.
Just admiring you two strumming yourselves.
How did you know?
And demonetised.
Okay. Yeah. We're never going to make any money out of the YouTube bit. But
this is why the Patreon's needed.
Speaking of that, don't forget all of our socials. For wrestling, it's at Talk Dork Wrestling. For gaming, it's at Gaming with Dorks. For this, the podcast, at Talk Dork Podcast. Me, I'm Dad Dork DJ. I've changed everything on here now. Xbox, X, Facebook, Twitter, X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Dad Dork DJ.
Bebo.
No, my MySpace is still Super Relic 69. I'll have you know.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's still there. Right, Kurt, give him your socials.
I'm nice and easy. That Kurt Wilson on all the socials. Yeah, any of the usuals.
Except TikTok.
Yeah, except that.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok.
Third?
No, I live vicariously through the Talks with Dorks and the TDW TikTok. I refuse to get it for myself.
Oh, that's what I'm going to say. You'd be loving the views that you'd get on that one.
The third, give him yours.
Mine's just Instagram at the real Laferde.
You're on TikTok as the real Laferde as well.
Am I? Didn't even know that. Shows how much I use it, doesn't it?
Fair enough. Right, we're going to say goodbye. This is Talks with Dorks. This is your go-to geek podcast. But now, We've been seasoning it all the way through. We have got an announcement to make. Like I said, very easy to make because this person, in a way, proved themselves that they could put on a good show at the last show because they helped us. And I'm giving you clues before we say the name. They helped us by bringing us a very big part of the last show, part of our main event. The man that was putting the main event from the minute he was announced, D'Angelo. He also helped us put that match together. It turned out to be the match that we went back in time, British Rules match. Yeah, so I know this person can put on a good match. We're going to see if they can help us put on a good show as well. They're very keen to get involved, and you're going to see a message of them at the very end of this and to say hello, welcome themselves as the GM. Who wants to say it? Who wants to give it away?
I think Kurt deserves the honour. He's the announcer. Kurt, announce a voice now.
I'm going to try not to peak the mic with this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your new general manager for TDW Main Event, Max.
So, I've been asked to become the new GM of TDW. It took me all of about 3 seconds to hit them back with this answer. Yes, please. I am super excited to get started, and what an opportunity this is for me. I'd like to thank everyone at TDW who's put their trust in me to do this. I feel like I can pay you back, and I'm going to put on one hell of a show on the 28th of February at Danger Zone. Can't wait to see you all there. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go.